Am I wrong for walking out on my fiancé after finding out what she did with my inheritance? When my dad passed away last year, he left me around £40,000 money he'd saved for decades working as a builder. He told me, in one of our last conversations, use it to build your future, son, something real. My fiancé, Emma, and I had been together for 4 years. We talked about getting married, buying a house, starting a family, all the usual stuff. She was amazing through my grief, I won't lie. She cooked, cleaned, took care of bills when I couldn't even get out of bed. So when the inheritance came through, I told her I wanted to save it until I was ready to invest it properly. She nodded and said she understood. A few months later, I noticed she'd been stressed, secretive even, late-night phone calls, closing tabs when I walked into the room. I thought maybe she was planning a surprise for our anniversary or something. Then last month I got an email from the bank about unusual activity. Turns out, over the past 5 months, she had transferred almost £30,000 from my inheritance account into hers. When I confronted her, she burst into tears and said it was for us. Apparently, she'd invested it into a business opportunity with her cousin, a skincare line they were sure would blow up on TikTok. I just stood there in disbelief. She said she planned to pay it back once it took off, and that I wouldn't have noticed if it had worked. The worst part, she said, I thought your dad would be proud that I tried to grow it. I lost it. I told her my dad trusted me with that money, and she had no right to touch a penny of it. She screamed that I was ungrateful, that she'd been there for me when I couldn't even function. Maybe she's right, but does that give her the right to steal? I walked out that night. Haven't spoken to her since. Her mom's been messaging me non-stop, saying I'm throwing away the best thing I'll ever have over money. My mates are split. Some say she was out of line. Others say relationships are about trust and teamwork, and I should have talked it out. But it doesn't feel like teamwork when someone betrays you like that. It feels like theft wrapped in excuses. So, Reddit, am I wrong for walking away? Or did I just dodge a lifelong disaster?